Hi, welcome to Barvotti's Tools for Creatives. I am Phoebe Bradbury, and today I will be demonstrating some of the tools that I use every day in my art studio. I wouldn't want to be without them, and I find new uses for them all the time. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of Yupo paper, and I'm going to use the same colors. There's the gold. So here we're going to have a little bit of gop there. So these are actually two-dimensional paintings because there's this gel lifts it off, quite a bit off the surface, as much as, it can start out as 1/4 of an inch, but sometimes it's even more. It usually goes down a little bit. I'm just adding a little bit of gold there and a little bit more red. So let's just see. I'm going to do it here, and it's going to make it very messy, and that's okay. So I'm going to use my nice big one, nice and clean big one, to spread it. Now I can use any one to spread it. It doesn't have to be the big one, but I'm just showing you how nice this works, how easy it scrapes off, and how sharp a mark you can make. Look at that, eh? Okay, so I've had the fun of playing with this 3 times a week for an hour. Now I'm very anxious to get back into a real studio with a real easel, which I'm having built for me right now by a carpenter. I don't know whether you call him a carpenter, he's a woodworker in the Yucatan Peninsula. And he's using the woods that he normally uses. They're not exotic to him, but they're exotic to me. So they're tropical hardwoods. He's making it according to my plan and design so that I can I use weights, counterweights, to lift my paintings up and down. So it's actually designed for very large paintings. Because of getting involved in doing all of this demoing of our products, which I use all the time, I'm going to be starting painting on a large scale again. And I'm very, very excited about it. So from what I looked at last time, I thought I really liked that idea of the background having these marks like this. It doesn't have to look like swan's necks. It's just more or less to give texture to the background. And then we have enough fluidity. The paint is thick enough that now if I go over it with another brush, I can. So that's spaghetti mark. Okay, so once again, I'm going to be making those marks. I'm not thinking about them too much. I'm not worried about whether they're overlapping. My biggest concern is that they go right off the edge of the paper. So now I have these on the surface. So normally I would do this without thinking, but I'm thinking that that's okay. So that's that area. And I just went over it and smoothed some areas out, just so they're not the same size all over. Oop, that's too much. That's too much. And of course, if you do this, you will do something completely different. Well, what I used to do is I used to copy whatever other people did, and my stuff always ended up being completely different anyway, so that was good. So what I'm going to do is just go and do it. Because I kind of like the darker color in there than scraping through to the white. So that's all I'm doing now. So you have a choice. These lovely little blank spots that I'm putting on here, they don't have to remain blank but what I can do is I can look at it, and I don't want to look at it too much because then I start to. But I can put marks in here. That one looks like a dollar bill. I don't think that's appropriate. You can go like this if you want. This is a little bit bare over here, so I'm just going to put that in there. Okay. So you can see that that's a little bit more interesting. And this is on Yupo paper, which means that it's archival. And that just means that you can sell it or whatever that you want to do with it. I'm going to put it somewhere now. Thank you for joining us today. You can find us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Central to do demonstrations and answer your questions about the products. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday.